now it's recording. Okay, so this is Waleed. He's a refugee from United Arab Emirates, and because of your experience and life story matches up so well with what we learned in sixth grade, I knew that you needed to come in and talk about it. So we read the book Refugee earlier in the school year, and then in geography we talked about the migration of people and culture. So it really fit in quite well. So I guess first, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and what you like to do for fun and what things are interesting to you?
Well, I am from the UAE, born and raised over there, but my parents are from Iran. And I've been in the United States since 2012 and been in Midland, I guess, Michigan, for 3 years. Um, I like to do car stuff for fun.
Okay.
So take pictures and videos of my car and just have fun with the car, drive fast a little
Did you
bit.
put on TikTok?
A little bit, yeah. TikTok and Instagram here and there, I guess.
All right, so let's get started with your questions about life as a refugee. So first, where you said you were born in UAE,
Yeah.
where are you a citizen then?
I am a citizen of Iran.
Okay, so that's different than in America. So in America, you're a citizen in the country you're born in, but that's different.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, citizen of Iran. I'm an Iranian citizen, but when you get born in UAE, you don't get the citizenship because it goes by blood. It's not like US, yeah.
Okay. Why did you need to leave the UAE as a refugee?
Uh, well, Iranian people in general, they were kind of flooding the area. They were coming a lot for opportunities for work, whatnot, but they were also doing some illegal stuff. Um, some coming illegally, even or whatever. Um, so they were, causing some problems, what have you, and the government trying to find out what's the source, but it's kind of hard to pinpoint. So they were just like slowly just denying permanent residency or the green card, I guess, over here. So they were kicking people out type of deal. And, I was like, oh, well, instead of me getting kicked out, I guess it's the terminology before getting fired, quit. So
Right. Okay.
I quit, and then I couldn't really go to Iran because we got lots of religion problems and what have you over there. So I had to become a refugee.
Okay. So your religion is one that the kids have probably never heard of. I've never heard of it. So what was happening to people of your religion in Iran?
So they, for just practicing the religion in Iran, sometimes they get um, prosecuted and they go to jail or uh, gets press charges against them and all that kind of stuff. So they're not really freely practiced in Iran, and they uh, deny lots of human rights just in general, like school. They get in a lot of heat at schools and stuff if the teachers, I guess, I don't know what the terminology for that would be, but if the teacher does not like the Baha'i religion and they're against it and whatnot, they can give the kids a lot of problems, even in middle school and stuff. They've had problems, either getting kicked out or very, discriminated against and all that kind of stuff, all the way up to college. We even have, they even have their own college, Baha'i college in Iran, which is actually um, like it's like approved by the United Standards type of deal. Um, so it's fully online, but Baha'i people can join and at least get a somewhat of a degree, because they can't go to regular community college or whatnot over there.
Okay. So you could go back to UAE to visit if you wanted to,
I
right?
can, yeah.
But you can't go back to Iran to visit.
It will be extremely difficult. Yeah, I have to buy a lot of stuff, license wise. Iran also has mandatory military. So I have not served military in Iran technically. So if I go back there, they will take me for military. I'll have to serve my time or try to get by buying my way through type of deal. And then plus my religion being interfering with all that, it will probably cause a lot of problems.
So you probably don't want to go back to Iran to visit, but would you go back to UAE if you had the opportunity?
I would love to go back to UAE. Yeah, it's been a dream of mine since I got out. I couldn't really go easily. I would have to like get a visa and all sorts of stuff because of my Persian uh, citizenship. But now that I'm an American citizen, it's easily available to go. But unfortunately, financially, is not very smart. Everything is super expensive, and the tickets could cost all the way to like 6,000 to get there. So it's hard. Yeah.
I bet. What was the actual process of becoming a refugee?
Um, so you would have to go to Turkey, um, apply to United Nation, make a file case, and the reasons why you are becoming a refugee. Which mine was that I basically got kicked out of UAE and denied, residency over there, and Iran. I cannot live there safely, so thus I'm seeking refuginess and or refuge, I guess, and I'm trying to get somewhere better. Um, so yeah, it's United Nation UN, and the process varies. Sometimes it takes. Right now, my friend is over there actually, just got stuck, but he's been there 6 years. So I've had people stay there for 10, 12 years even, um, depending on their cases and whatnot.
So in our book here, we read Mahmoud and his brother Waleed went from Syria to Turkey on a boat. I assume you did not go to Turkey on a boat. How did you get to Turkey?
No, I actually arrived in style and on an airplane.
Okay.
Actually, I it wasn't as bad as the book is. I guess the other Waleed experience, but uh, I have seen that condition. I have seen people, Syrian people and Iraqi people, especially during both wars and stuff. Um, they were not, you know, privileged enough to even enjoy basic luxury like a roof. They had tents, if even tarps sometimes, and they were targeted by a lot of traffickings and all kind of stuff. It's not fun.
What were your living conditions like in Turkey?
I bounced a lot. I did a lot of roommates and stuff just to kind of keep the cost down. There was a lot of budgeting, but you learn to have fun with budgeting and stuff. So we did a lot of picnics. We did a lot of snowball fights and what have you, instead of trying to go to amusement park and whatnot.
Okay. How long did you have to wait in Turkey before you could come to the US?
I was there for 22 months. A year, 10 months I was there. It took a little longer than I expected, but yeah.
Did you know anyone in Turkey before you got there?
My cousin kind of lived there, so I got there and he kind of like took me in for a little while. I was at the his house for a little bit, but he also had three daughters and his wife, so it was kind of like awkward living with you know women and stuff, trying to manage and whatnot. And they also had a small room, so it was a two-bedroom house. I was like in the living room basically, so every morning you have to pack camp and move it somewhere and then put it back on and stuff. But yeah, after a couple months, I found a couple of roommates here and there, and we just moved in together. And people move or people leave, and then you have to find other roommates. Like, it keeps going back and forth.
How were refugees treated in Turkey? I know you said you had a job for a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard over there. You really can't work. You're not allowed to work. So I was kind of like an illegal Mexican over here. Kind of when they cross the border, they kind of work for cash type of deal. So I was working for cash. So it varies. I mean, it could they could be dishonest and tell you that they're going to pay you some amount of money, but they could not pay you, and you can't do anything about it because you're illegal to work. So you actually get in trouble if they found out you working and whatnot.
Or when you were working, how much did they pay you?
Uh, I basically made it was 25 liras at that time. It was 2 liras per dollar, so it was about $12.50 a day.
And that's like all day long,
It
like
was
a
a 12
a
hour
long
shift.
shift. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
So
12
it's like
hour
a dollar
shift.
an hour.
It was $1 an hour. Yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't worth it.
No, no. I came home with blisters and cold splinters and all that kind of stuff because it was almost like Michigan's weather, so it was cold and whatnot. I was walking to work about a half an hour to get to work, walking back half an hour to home. I would have to leave 6 a.m. or 5:30 actually to be there 6 a.m. I get off at 6 a.m. I'll be home by around 7ish or whatnot, trying to cook something and pass out for the next day. That was it.
Do you miss anything about UAE?
Um, a lot of stuff actually. The food is one thing. Midland lacks food. um, but the sand dunes and whatnot is pretty fun over there. We used to go rip through the sand dunes with the cars and ATVs and whatnot if my friends would have one or anything. But just fun stuff. Or just like over here, you guys have parks or whatever. We didn't have much parks. It was a desert. They couldn't afford to have like grass and stuff. So it'd just be like a sand pit, and we'll just like take a blanket or something, put it on a sand pit, and we'll just sit, make a fire. And
This wasn't on the sheet, but I know they're going to ask were there camels.
no, they were not. I've seen camels, yes. Between the city that I was born in and Dubai, actually, there was quite a bit of camels, but they were mostly like for farmers. They weren't like wild camels and stuff. Um, but yeah, there was camels.
So if you had been denied to come to the U.S., what would you have done because your family was already established here?
Um, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Fair
I
enough.
don't have an answer for that much. I mean, my brother was here before I was here, so he has been here probably for I want to say 20 years, 20 plus years. So he was a citizen when I even before I even arrived. So um, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah.
So you are a citizen now. What was that process?
Well, when you come as a refugee, they basically you have set timelines. You have to spend 1 year um, living in the U.S. to become a permanent resident, which is a green card holder. And then 4 years after that, which is 5 years in total, you can apply for citizenship, which you go to a social security office and, you know, follow the process, fill out a form, and then they give you a kind of a booklet. There's 100 questions in it. You have to read and understand all the questions, and then they will ask you 10 questions, and you have to get 6 of them right. And then once you do that, you go through a naturalization process, which you have to raise your right hand and swear oath and all that kind of stuff.
Do you remember any of the questions that you were asked?
It was mostly like who it's dependent on the state that you're in, basically, but it's like mostly like who's the president and what year did we declare independency and um, just history stuff, some you know senators names and what have you type of deal, stuff like that, US question related type of deal.
All right. Now they just have some silly questions. What do you like on your pizza?
I do like all meat pizzas.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, they want to know if you like pineapple on your pizza.
No, pineapple should be denied on a pizza. I don't know why they have that as a topping, but
What is your favorite thing about America?
uh, I think it's cool that there's like multi-nationality areas and stuff, um, and they kind of coexist instead of like having some sort of animosity or whatnot. Not a lot of places, I guess, have that maybe, but it's a place that everybody comes and can call it home, I guess, um, because most of the time they accept you with open arms, but some places, I guess, not.
What's your favorite thing about Midland?
It's quiet, it's calm, um, not that much traffic. I came from a high traffic state, so it's not fun.
What was the hardest thing to get used to in America?
Um, wow, definitely the non-metric system. Y'all should know metric system for sure. I think me and you talked about it for a
Yeah.
while, but yes, it was confusing at first. I tried to get um, deli meat from the grocery place one time, and I told the guy, "Can I get a half a kilo of this product?" And the guy looked at me very confusedly. He's like, and I was like, "Did I say anything wrong? Did I offend him?" I had to re-examine what I said in my mind, but it just dawned to me that, oh, okay, they don't do metric system. Now I have to convert half a kilo to pounds, which you guys don't have. Like, I exactly told him I need 500 grams of this product, and the guy kind of looked at me weird. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think he thought I was a drug dealer, probably, or a pharmacist, either or.
Probably pharmacist.
Probably, yeah. But but yeah, you guys don't deal with metric systems, so it's very hard. Even in car wise and stuff, um, it is extremely difficult to kind of manage that way. But I got used to it.
What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject goes between math and physics.
Oh, physics.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
I know.
What was your least favorite?
History.
Mm.
No offense.
This is for social studies class, but
Right.
it's fine.
Yeah, I do not do good with memorization, so I can't do physics or I can't do uh, history and stuff. It's too many names.
Fair enough. Did you play any sports?
I played soccer. Yeah, I played soccer and wasn't very good at it. I have long arm span. Actually, this arm. Yeah. Um, but I played goalie or defense. But I played numerous stuff. I played basketball, also due to my height. Still was defense or blocker. Um, but now I play volleyball. I play beach volleyball. Yeah.
I know you really love Justin Bieber, but if you could see anybody in concert, who would you see?
Uh, Anybody in concert? I think I would say, there's quite a few actually. Justin Timberlake would be one.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Um, Mariah Carey would be the other one,
Ooh, okay, I wasn't expecting Mariah Carey.
and Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, how many different languages do you know, and what are they?
I know super fluent. I know three: English, Arabic, and Farsi. Um, Semi-fluent, I guess I forgot, but Turkish because I was there and they do not speak English very well, so I had to learn Turkish. And then one Indian dialect, which is called Urdu, and that I forgot a lot of it, but I kind of can understand a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then just few words here and there, Japanese and whatnot from
From the
obviously
cartoons.
anime.
Yeah. I
Um,
guess I shouldn't call them cartoons.
right, right, yeah. Cartoons different.
And the final one, how do you say thank you for coming to my TED Talk in Farsi?
مرسی به اومدن به تک تاک من.
All right. Well, thank you for coming and answering our questions. We
Yes.
appreciate it.